Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Burton Burger Podcast. This is episode 271. We're your cousins B&B, and just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. Thank you for joining us. Bert, how's it going?
Good. That's all. Nice. It's good.
So,
I don't know.
well, I think we got a good episode in for you today.
I think so.
We're going to be talking about a lot of different things today. I think it's time that we just jump right into it. So let's just get it out of the way. We have a new B&B Wiener of the Week. Bert, if you can go ahead and post it in our Discord real quick so I can see it. My phone's charging at the moment, I want to be able to read it all with you lovely people. But we have a new Wiener of the week, and Bert and I are thinking we're going to put this on pause here soon, just because we don't want it to overstay its welcome. So once we get a surplus of memes again, we might start it back up again, but it doesn't mean it's over just yet, but we're thinking in the near future we're probably going to be putting this on hiatus because we don't want people to be forcing memes, and we have people starting to circle around the same topic of us getting banned when that was kind of a while ago. So just so they can get Wiener of the Week, and this is a prestigious honor here, so we don't just like to hand it out here. Bert might believe in participation trophies, but I certainly do not. So we will let you know on that. But we do have a new Wiener of the Week, and it is from the one, the only, Ariana in our B&B Discord. Here is the meme right here. Shows a bunch of people, and it says Burger, saying, "Who wants mod?" And everybody raises their hand. And then Burger said, "Who will actually do the work?" And everybody puts their hand down. Preaching.
The facts.
Thank you, Ariana. You've been posting a lot of memes, and it's about damn time you got one that actually made us smile.
Hell yeah, congrats.
So
all the others.
Why did we choose this one? Well, it's pretty topical. For some reason, people in our Discord server have the biggest boner in wanting to be a mod.
It's insane.
No idea why. We have 2 mods. That's all we need. We don't need any more. We're not Mr. Beast or anything, as much as some of you may think we are. We're not. So we don't really need any more mods. And if we do choose somebody as a mod, here's the thing. Mod is a very big thing in B&B. As in, we don't just give it to anybody. We've made some other roles and stuff like that for people to help us out.
Kind of blur the lines, get the point across.
Yeah, we have mods on Twitch, and we had mods on TikTok. We're going to get to that in a minute. But mods, the 2 mods that we have are really good at either fan engagement or helping Bert and I run the Discord. One of our mods, named Bella, is very aware of how Discord works and has helped us set up a lot of things, fix a lot of things, clean up a lot of things. She does the technical side of it. And then Team B, just a lifelong fan, of the show, and is able to help us out with a lot of other things as far as ideas go and topics to talk about and interacting with people both in the Twitch and in Discord. So other than that, we don't really need anybody else. So people really fucking want it, though. And the best part is they're not even really fans of Bert and fucking Burger.
No.
Everybody wants to be a mod. What's my uncle's name? No idea. Why the fuck would I know what your uncle's name is? What a stupid fucking question. Are you an idiot?
It's like
it
sounds
me
on
you
the
haven't
surface.
listened to the Bert and Burger podcast.
Yeah. It's like the CIA questions, how they're trying to vet if you're a terrorist or not.
Yeah, no,
Listen,
seriously.
this is surface level shit, okay?
Yeah, this is basic stuff. What is my name? Like my stage name.
Oh, yeah.
Who am I? If you don't know who colors and counties, then you can't be a mod.
I know how many people fuck that up amazes me.
Yeah, it amazes me. So, so the reason why this meme is funny because when we do have mods in TikTok, the TikTok mods would work their asses off because I need TikTok mods to pin people that either donated or subbed on YouTube. They need to pin it. And it's a lot of work. You have to sit there and listen to me say, "Comment your kind of guys," and say that it's located. Just make sure that you're following me on TikTok. And if you want a bonus chance, go ahead and sign on YouTube. If you want another bonus chance, you can go ahead and donate it or roast it the account. You know what I mean? So it's just like they have to hear that over and over and over again.
Poor bastards.
And then they have to pin. They got to read the comments and stuff like that. So every mod I've had on TikTok, I have promptly fired shortly after.
Did not live up to their title.
Nobody even tried. Nobody like came more than like once. Some people didn't even come. They had people that wanted to join. I gave them mod, and then every time I'm at the movies, I'm doing this. I can't come. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be missing it. Fuck you then, dude.
Cool.
Bye. So
cool. That was fun.
We're all set. So that's why this is very topical. Everybody wants to be a mod, but as soon as they actually have to do mod shit, they do not want to do it. So
immediately turn it
I think
off.
that's funny. It's literally a title. That's all they want.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
the
Right
title holds absolutely no power.
Nope.
So,
Whole hell of a lot of responsibilities, though, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, really, not even
nobody's
that, though.
willing
It's
to
not
do.
that much.
Well, we made
Holy
we made a new role too for people to monitor the chat. They're not mods, but they're people that read the chat, and then the amount of people that still threaten to kill themselves that the sheriffs don't catch are
Cool.
kind of sad. So
Thanks, gang.
it's just like, hey, this person's posting porn. You want to delete something about that? Sorry, I'm with my kid. Okay.
Yeah. Guy hanging by his balls upside down doesn't get deleted.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks,
Yep.
guys.
So cool. Yep. Yeah. So good B&B wiener of the week. Keep them on coming because we're going to be taking a break from it here soon. If you haven't won it yet, now's your chance to do so. So thank you so
Hell
much
yeah.
for
Home stretch.
the wiener of the week. All right. Well, we got to talk about it.
Okay.
It's time
Yeah.
for your new sponsor, JK. Lol, we'd never be that lucky.
Yo.
So, Bert's org is over with.
Thank fucking God.
Bert did not win,
Nope.
but he got second place.
Yeah.
Bert got runner-up in his brain rot org.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, it ain't the way he wanted it to go, though.
Nope. Honestly, I would have much rather gotten voted out.
Let
Make second.
me just start this off real quick. When we talk about this, we're going to talk about this for a minute, I can tell.
Uh-huh.
And we need to make sure that we are being as broad as possible here. You don't need to start throwing out names because no one's going to know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll try and be
And
concepts.
yeah, and not a lot of
specifics.
people understand how orgs or Survivor works. So be as broad as you can be.
Yep. I was
And
betrayed
don't bore
as a
people with
human,
the
not
details.
As an org player.
Yeah, you are talking to no org players right now, probably. So you're probably talking to absolutely fucking nobody right
Just
now.
you.
But
My
yeah,
cousin.
just me. No one's going to hear this.
And myself when I edit it later.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it was for a while.
Uh-huh.
Now Tater listens.
Good old Tater. Tatum.
So Bert played in an org called Skibbity Org. Out Edge, out Goon, out Mew. And he got second place in it. He only got one vote at the end. He got more votes when he 100% was a GOAT
Yep.
than when he actually played a good game. People are trying to say this was another GOAT performance. I will not let the narrative be written that way.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. The 2,000 character speech, I had a lot of I had a lot of different angles that I think would have been more impressive than the one I ended up going with. But my speech was like pages upon pages long of all the shit that I tried to do. And I boiled it all down. People asked me the questions and I absolutely shit the bed. Like, hey, so like, why should I vote for you? In the moment, I'm like, this guy, I don't even know. There's so much that went on, but I
okay, well, you're jumping the ship here. So, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
It's probably best if you go first.
Okay. I'm really good at kind of summing stuff up.
I'm bad. Surprise.
Yeah, you're bad at a lot. So,
And I'm bad at orgs.
Yeah, so
bet
a
it's actually
goat reminder to everybody that doesn't know, in Survivor, a goat is not greatest of all time. Don't be like your cousin Burger and make that
So
mistake. A
fucking
goat is
stupid.
an actual worthless piece of shit. A goat is somebody that you bring with you to the end of the game because you know you can beat them. It's like if your life is on the line, you have to play a game of basketball. You get to choose between LeBron James or a fucking toddler.
Mm-hmm.
A goat is equivalent to a toddler. It's somebody that you know for a fact that you can beat. So I don't know why they chose that fucking animal out of all the goddamn elephants elephants. Yeah, they could have said elephant out of all the animals out there. They could have said fucking walrus or seal or some worthless piece of shit. But goat, greatest of all time. Nice.
Cool.
Anyways,
Thanks.
Birch Lake goats are good for fucking anyway. So anyways,
Okay. Multi-purpose animals. You can milk them, cheese them, eat them. Fuck.
Bert, is this your fourth or?
I think so.
Eat
I
'em
don't
and fuck 'em.
remember.
You played in your first one that you got runner up. Then you played the Blood versus Water with me. You played the one where you were like fourth out, and then you just played this one.
Didn't I play one before this one? Or
Yeah, the
before
one that
this
you
one
got
I
like fourth
iced?
in.
I'm gonna be honest.
The Star Wars one. Yeah, the Star Wars themed.
I forgot.
You got like
about
fourth
that
place in it.
one. I mean, I know I
That's
was.
the whole
geeked
reason why
about
you
that
went
one.
into this org, because you went out early. So you
Yeah, I
upgraded
really
to
didn't want
another
to do
one.
this one either. I'm really glad I did it. But
Yeah, you literally did backwards kind of shit there. So you've been in. This is your fourth org. I know Bert would be good at these, and I know he could get far. He just refused to actually play the game, so he had absolutely atrocious performances in the first three orgs that he played in.
actually,
Except
useless.
the third one. Third one, he was starting to turn it around, but he just got.
I literally just got lazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We like merged, and I just didn't give a fuck. I have all these excuses about, well, the server layout was stupid. I didn't.
You
give
didn't.
A fuck.
You didn't make merge.
No, I wasn't feeling
Yeah.
it.
You just said we merged, and then I didn't give a fuck. You very.
Oh
much
no, I meant
didn't
we
merge.
did like a tribe swap. Yeah. My bad. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Very different.
But Bert just wouldn't try. And I know, I want to say this very clearly. He has 2 final tribal councils under his name. The first one does not count
No.
at all. It
I got
doesn't count.
lucky.
That org does not exist anymore. And they very much brought him to the end because
I was very.
they knew they could beat him.
beatable.
And he copped a couple of votes because the 2 votes he got hated the other person. So
Yeah.
this one, though, ladies and gents, I am proud to say Bert played a very good game. And
All the way.
I
up
was
that.
very impressed with the way that he played. He's very much getting the org lingo down. He very much is getting the silly factor down. He tried a little too much at times, but he did well for the very first half of the game. He did well. Had some great connections with some people, was also on some good tribes at the beginning, so that he didn't really need to worry about tribal or going home or anything like that. Had a great first half of the game.
Yeah.
Then, for some reason, around final 7 or so, I have never in my life seen this motherfucker get more cockier than I've ever seen him before.
Yeah.
For some reason, he really thought he had this game in the bag when it couldn't have been further from the truth.
Well, I did indeed make it to the end.
You made it to the end in the first one, too.
Okay, I feel like I did different stuff in this one, but
I know. You did not make it to the end due to your stellar gameplay, that's for sure.
okay, yeah. Yeah, it definitely was stellar.
Yeah, from Final 7 on, you continuously, over and over and over again, said that you were going to win. And you got so fucking sloppy because of that. You got so fucking full of yourself that the things that you kept tabs on and kept track on no longer mattered to you anymore. The relationships that really were super fucking strong ended up disappearing. And I couldn't believe how good of a game you played up to this point, you fucking dumbass. Just to fucking stop halfway through.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. People in the comments were saying Bert is actually playing an under-the-radar game right now. And people were maybe starting to take you as a winner pick and things like that. And then for some fucking reason, you stopped.
Yeah. I mean, it was a pivot. It was, yeah. I didn't stop playing.
You pivoted
that's what
in the
wrong
direction. You didn't stop playing. No, I never said that.
No, I know. But like,
you stopped playing well.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah, no, I had a moment of vulnerability. I get very emotional sometimes, as you all know, with my fighting with my cousin and crying at fucking LeBron James not even inspirational, fucking deodorant ads. I cry over those. Michael Bay trailers. I don't know. Somebody in the game caught me in a very susceptible moment and sold me 100% that we were.
You sound like you got raped.
I know. No. This
somebody I trusted.
Yeah, when it all came out,
took me over to their house. They said we were going to watch movies.
When it all came out to it,
my uncle started rubbing my leg.
Out that they had nothing. They wanted nothing to do with me, just like the first time.
Absolutely,
I was pretty destroyed. So.
Absolutely nothing.
Cool.
As Bert once said, well, I can't tell you exactly what he said because there's some words in there you can't say on the internet.
On the air.
But yeah, she ended up sleeping with the whole locker room type of thing.
Yeah.
Literally everybody. This person, Bert would talk to me when we were playing her Borderlands nights and would talk so much shit in his confessional how they were each other's number one. And she was above Bert's number one. Bert was starting to worship her as his Lord and Savior for some reason.
Yep.
And this person had Bert maybe in third on their trust rankings. Fourth, maybe, at times.
Yeah.
It was one of the sluttiest players in Survivor, not sexually, but just would not stay loyal to one person at all.
It was insane. Yeah.
And,
after I heard how much they had fucking friends with everybody, I'm like,
yeah,
I've never
they ended up winning
a
player of the season.
Yeah, I've never understood how that works. Like, how do you not just get voted out? Like why don't you? I don't know. It's just
because they played a good game and made everybody think like you did.
Yeah, but why don't you just do that? Like, why doesn't everybody do
what? I don't know, because not everybody can.
I'm doing that next time. I'm gonna be this.
You can try. It's just like you can try doing what I do when I color in counties and when I make $100 in an hour or something like that. You're like, why doesn't everybody do that? Try it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try it. I just have to analyze exactly how they got me on the hook.
That literally sounds autistic. According to my calculations and my analyzation,
I know.
I just gotta see how they socially hooked me there. It's because you're a gullible, stupid son of a bitch.
I know, it's so tough. I do think one thing that I did
for
really
it, hook, line, and
I mean, everybody liked me. I think the thing that I did really good was I kind of adapted to each person's personality.
Well, now let me tell you this. I'm talking a lot of shit, but you were on everybody's good side.
Yeah.
But you were very much in the middle of everybody's good side. You were very much like, oh, Bert, he's just a silly little guy. He's such a goofball. Never thought of you as a threat to win. Never thought of you as somebody that needs to be voted out or anything like that. Not quite a goat, but definitely not a threat. And you, that's where you kind of, where versus in your first org, they're like, yeah, no, he is very much not a problem. We don't have to worry about him.
Yeah. A second thought.
So
yeah.
You played into that well, but I would say too
I
much.
know that was the thing. I don't know how to break off of that. I'm
just gotta
capable of befriending people. Mm-hmm. It's just somehow also, but then it's like you make a move and then you become a threat. I don't know. Maybe I do what I did, but don't be a cocky piece of shit.
Well, that's your number one problem. You got cocky.
Top
10, top 7, you thought you were going to win. I had absolutely no evidence, and I saw every single fucking thing everyone ever said to anybody. Never once saw you as a winner. Never. Not even close.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm
Let
thinking
me
if
tell you this too. It's also very difficult to be viewed as a winner, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no.
When you are in that final three, who's the winner out of those three? Sure, but usually the best players of the game don't make it to the
axed.
end.
Oh yeah,
they get voted out. Yeah, so I'm not
unless they're
saying
incredible.
you need to be viewed as the winner or anything like that.
Yeah,
but what you ended up doing is you got cocky and you got sloppy, very sloppy. You ended up voting out somebody that I thought was a catastrophic mistake.
I know. After you texted me, I'm like, "Fuck, I think that was a mistake." Hey,
yeah,
why'd you
I
vote
asked
out
you that. I'm like,
one?
"Why did you vote him out? What was your reason for that?" And you're like, "I don't know. Just thought it was best for me." You thought it was because because you thought he was closer with the girl that ended up going with you.
Yeah,
and like those two were super tight. He didn't even vote for her at the end, by the way.
Yeah. I thought for sure he was going to. I'm like, cool. I still, all the way up until the end, I totally believe that they were. Like, after I voted them out, I'm like, this chick is never voting with me ever again. I had a whole apology written up and everything, and then I just deleted it and never sent it. A week went by, and then we started talking like buddies again. I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
Yep. You voted out a very tight alliance member that I honestly thought was your number one. And then they very much liked you a lot, too. And you voted them out.
The other thing that is big that I want to interject here, that all started because I don't want to use the wrong word here, but the person that I ditched everybody for, the person that I got fucking almost goaded by, told me
fuck the
she leaked an alliance that both of my other people that I thought I was super tight with were in. So I'm like, cool, they're like, I'm just on the outs now. And I asked the other people about it, and I'm like, man, I don't know anybody yet. Like, I was trying to dig for information. They did not tell me about the alliance. I'm like, okay, so I was trying to get something there, and they would not give me anything. So I'm like, okay, cool. So they really do not trust me as much as I thought they did. And then I went on the whole tirade and totally broke off from them. So that's what spurred it all. So really, the other person was playing me like a fucking fiddle.
Yep, I know.
But I think the other alliance was real.
Very well aware that you got diddled.
Yeah, but it's like, it wasn't like a decision. I didn't just like
fiddled and diddled, Bert.
Psycho just wake up one day and I'm like, I hate all my best friends. Time to shoot them.
Never said that.
No, I know.
One time, it was just a stupid fucking decision.
Yeah. It was weird. There was rationale behind it. It just was not right.
I'm sure there was. It was wrong though. Anyways,
I got played. I don't know.
That was your first mistake. Honestly, getting as cocky as you did. The amount of times you thought you were going home when your name was never brought up, and the amount of times you thought you were going to win when no one thought that of you at all, was astonishing. And
see, because from my perspective, I felt like I made a big move when I got out my other guy teammate.
Yeah, that was another thing. You took credit for a lot of moves that nobody saw as yours at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that was pretty big, but nobody really gave a fuck. I'm like, the guy told me his exact game plan, and I told everybody else it was fake because I got it from the man himself, and nobody gave a fuck. Like, what else could you fucking want? Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if he's actually playing all of us or if he's being serious. I'm like,
I think he told other people too.
Yeah, okay, then that would make sense.
Yeah. So another thing is, after you wrote up your speech, this is where it really
the waterfall. My canoe just fucking went 100.
This is where you really cemented yourself into not winning. Your speech, again, you had so much confidence that you wrote this godlike speech, and everybody else's speech was so terrible, and I read it, and I'm like, this might be one of the worst speeches I've ever read in my life.
Yeah.
For some reason, you called this one chick the Bonnie to your Clyde, and you got called out on that immediately.
I did so hard. Hey, there's another thing. It's the bird's eye view. You had all the information. I didn't have any. So
it just shows how clueless you were, though.
Yeah, I know it did. In the hindsight, it looked very, very bad.
Yeah, But other people knew this too. It wasn't just you were just oblivious to it. Like other contestants knew this too. But you said this girl was the Bonnie to your Clyde, and the one thing that I never understood that you said during Twitch streams and probably during our video game nights is you said something along the lines of if you voted out your number one, all of a sudden her moves you take credit of.
Yeah.
I never fucking understood that one time. Just because that person is gone doesn't mean you just absorb everything.
No. It's more like if we're a duo. It would make more sense if we were a duo. Right, and we weren't a duo, so it didn't fucking matter.
No, if you were a duo and did things as a duo, that would make sense.
Then that would
like
make
Bonnie
sense.
and Clyde. It was not, there was no Clyde. It was Bonnie and every guy she wanted to suck off at that point.
Yeah, Bonnie and Billy and Bryce. And
yeah, there was Bonnie and Billy and Bonnie and Jimmy and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you just happened to be the last one standing because they thought they could beat you.
Yeah.
And then... but sucks for them. You got second place, lol.
See, the other thing is I heard that they were voting for me like the last two tribals too. So I'm like, what the fuck?
The only time you actually had votes for you was Final Four.
Yeah.
When you went into the Final Three. That was the only time that...
No, it was the one before. Okay, I didn't... No, I got
Well,
one.
I should say the one that you had serious. Like, you were like, it could have been you or the other person was Final Four. Final Five, really no danger at all.
No, but I was mentioned.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone mentions everybody at some point.
I mean, not seriously. Somebody did vote for me at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. That's just a thought.
Okay.
I was
kind of
threat at one
shows
point.
they were trying to bring you to the end because they can think you can beat you. I'm trying to give you more credit here, and you're trying to.
Yeah, no, I'm saying this does give me credit.
I don't think it does at all.
Well, they wouldn't vote a goat out. I don't know. Whatever. Continue.
Yes, they would. So, anyways, you said she was the Bonnie to your Clyde when it was just Bonnie. And for some reason, you wrote it in a way to where because Bonnie wasn't around anymore, you just absorbed like all of her riches and fortunes that she stole kind of thing. Yeah. And not like everybody was like, I don't see it that way, Bert. I don't see it that way at all. Just because Bonnie is gone doesn't mean you just take all of the blame for everything now. And that is very, very much how you wrote it, and people were confused by that.
Yeah, I was trying to sell something that did not work.
It was one of the most baseless claims I've ever seen. Yeah, it was really rough. All you had to do is say you were some kind of duo and work together, but you literally wrote it like, oh, because Bonnie's gone, I get all the credit now. And it's like, who the fuck says who, you know? Like, damn.
I feel like I've heard that in Survivor when there's like a really strong power duo and they do everything together, which was my perspective.
Nobody in Survivor ever said because the power player goes home, I just get all the credit now. No, that's never happened.
It's more like you don't have somebody to compete with. It was bad wording. It was bad wording.
Yep,
but
that makes sense now.
Yeah,
you didn't think you could beat them, so you had to cut them, kind of thing. Yes, but that is such a drastically different fucking story than what you just tried to fucking preach at, you dumb fuck.
Yeah,
and then you suffer so hard from fucking retard from recency biasy.
Okay, yeah.
Really? The fucking season of Survivor you just finished? The contestant that just came on the fucking podcast a few weeks ago is the goddamn person you decided to compare your game to?
Yeah.
You dumb fucking asshole. And not only that, you decided to compare your gameplay to one of the best fucking Survivor winners of all time. Top 5 winner of all time, and you're like, I played a game similar to him.
Influenced.
Boy, you got called out on that. Right fucking away. Influenced? No fucking shit, it's influenced. He played almost damn perfect game.
And then I pointed
no fucking
out the
shit you were influenced
that I enjoyed.
There's no reason to say that. Nobody you got called out on that. I remember the fucking guy that is very lighthearted and joking. He was like, "Hey, for real, what the fuck was this right here?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I'm like, that dumb fucker literally just said that because that's the most recent fucking episode of Survivor he just watched.
I know,
and
because
Todd
it
just
reached
came on
out
the
to me.
podcast.
It really did. It did. When I was watching his season, and
Bert, it reached out to everybody, just like, I model my game after Tom Brady, his just determination for excellence. That's something I want to fucking strive for.
But it's
You
something
dumb
achievable, and it was something that overlapped with my game. The things that I pointed
and then
out
nothing
were correct.
about Todd's game overlapped with you, by the way.
What part? Of what I said?
Nothing.
What?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the fact that you guys were shit at fucking challenges.
Those are 3 words that he specific. I literally listened to his speech and took the parts out that I thought were applicable to my game.
Okay, that's the whole point. Is you thought they were. Nobody did.
Well, how am I supposed to know what the other people
the
think?
worst person almost. You might as well have said Tony, the only guy to win it fucking multiple times, as you played a game similar to him. I see what you're saying, but you chose not the right fucking example at all. Okay, if you know it's not right, then shut the fuck up, dumbass. Why do you keep arguing when you know what I'm saying is right, you dumb fuck? You chose
because I know what
a
you're
top
saying,
5 winner of all time. You can't compare your game to that. You got 1 fucking vote.
I'm not saying... Okay, I know.
Yes, you did. You were saying that.
Okay, the inspired part is kind of where I think I'm losing it with you. I know what you're saying, and what I'm saying.
With me.
Obviously,
Other people brought it up too.
Again, but no, I guess a better way to word it would be I don't know, maybe if I really had to shout out a player like Todd Herzog, I approached the game with X, Y, and Z. I don't know how to word it exactly, but those were 3 things that were his game plan. I'm trying to say that was my game plan going into it. That's what I wanted to achieve.
But
that's what I was trying to say. I understand what I said and how it comes off. That's not what I meant, and I apologize.
To do it, because the things that Todd did were not specific to him at all. The thing
that's
made
not what
him
he
one of the
did
best
either. That
winners,
I'm trying to say my game was similar to.
That's what you said, though.
No, I didn't. I played
Yes,
a
you
Todd
did.
Herzog inspired game.
Oh my God, that is literally the same fucking
inspired
thing. No
game.
shit, you were inspired by him, you dumb fuck. That is not the person that you compare yourself to, you stupid piece of shit.
And then I followed up with the traits that I was trying to accomplish.
You put such a ginormous target on your back by saying you played a game like one of the best
I didn't
players of all
say
time.
I played a game like, motherfucker. That's very
said
motherfucking
inspired.
different. Do you know what
No,
inspired
it's
means?
not. Do you?
Yes. Taking
Apparently
inspiration
apparently
from.
not.
It means that doesn't mean that you're claiming that it's similar to. It means nothing like that.
Oh my God! It's you're inspired. You're trying to do things like them. They
Yes, I
inspired
saw the way
me
he
to
did
do
it.
it. You dumb fuck. So it is like them.
But it's
Okay,
not
I'm not going to
like.
split hairs over this. Okay,
No, it's
you
very
fucking
different.
lost because of your stupid fucking final tribal council speech by comparing yourself to one
was
of the
bad.
greatest fucking winners of all time. Many people called you
Wasn't a
out
comparison.
on that, dumbass. And then you can mumble all you want. It doesn't change the fact
It
that you
wasn't
only
a
got
comparison.
1 vote when you could have won this entire.
We're
Really?
not talking
This how you
about
gonna
that.
be?
We're not
Yeah.
talking about that.
Not talking about what?
Huh?
Not talking about what?
I don't know. You cut out.
You? No, I did not. Shut the fuck up.
Okay,
You
I'm sorry.
dumbass.
Continue.
You're being an asshole right
I'm
now.
just being
trying
angry.
to tell
I know,
you
it's okay. I'm sorry.
how you fucked this up. You could have won this fucking thing.
I know. I
you
very
could
easily
have.
could have.
You fucked it up by getting too goddamn cocky, voting out somebody that really wanted to play the game with you. You fucking acted like you just absorbed Bonnie's royalties because she died, and you said you were inspired by the fucking one of the greatest winners of all time. Like, you just fumbled it as bad as somebody could.
It was bad. It was bad.
It
was
things
winnable.
That
It was
you
my game to
said
lose.
that you were inspired by Todd, you could have said by about so many other players without fucking actually stroking your fucking shit to.
Yeah,
you don't
there was a better way to
There's
say it.
players you don't compare yourself
Oh
to
my
or
God,
take
the
in. You don't
comparison's
mention
crazy.
them when you say I played a game like this. There are certain players you don't do that because you sound very fucking full of yourself when you do that.
Right.
You have to very much back up what you're saying when you speak some of these Survivor royalty fucking contestants here. And you just threw it out there.
Right. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I even addressed that when he said it. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not trying to whatever the fuck I said. I did back it up. I mean, I didn't back it up, but I backed up my claim. I'm not using the right words again. I know what you mean.
Yeah, this right here, this what you're doing now is what you did on your FTC. And,
yeah.
That's why you lost.
Shit. Yeah, that was bad. Not pretty.
Yeah, no, you very well. I was very disappointed in that. It was just like one mistake. It all started when you got too cocky. Very much. That's where it all started.
Yeah. I mean, it really all started when I fucking leaked my entire game and all my alliances and all my friends and all my teammates to one person that I met at basically somebody who I met on the street, and then they stabbed me in my back pretty hard because they were playing like a fucking killer game. I don't know. That was just, it was dumb. There's a lot of things. I think I have a lot of really stupid, gullible, blind faith, kind of as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Gonna not do that ever again. Because even towards the end there, I was even talking with one of the other finalists, and I was literally like, I was just doing the math. You were in the swap tribe with my number one. My number one. I was not her number one. She was my number one. You were in a fucking final tribe with my number one, and how the fuck were you not in alliance with them? She's like, no, I was never in alliance with that person. Like, how the fuck does that even fucking work? Okay, so if you weren't in it, then that means everybody fucking else was. So I was doing all the math on the fucking doorstep, but still really thinking that she was playing the other people and not me. That's kind of what I thought was going on, because other people acted like they kind of liked my number one whenever I kind of halvesies mentioned voting them out. But I don't know. It was fucking stupid. A lot of teachable moments.
Well, I think number one thing that you need to do is you gotta never get cocky ever fucking again.
Yeah,
and
that was
also, I'm very careful. Like, I know when in that explanation org with Rio and Ashley, I know for a fact I was gonna win that game if I made it to Final 3. But I would not let myself think that because I needed to get there first, and I ended up getting out by fire. So it's one of those things to where you can't, because when you start getting cocky, you get sloppy, you start to drop. You let your guard down,
let off the gas,
and you make a lot of mistakes that way. On top of that, you get way too sucked into people. You've done that with almost every fucking org.
I know.
Every
it fucking breaks my heart when they're really just and that's the thing.
Really thought that these guys would actually be friends.
This time.
That we were gonna play Phasmophobia with or something like that after this, and nobody fucking cares, dude. You need to understand, in these orgs, these people are only talking to you because you are a part of a game that they are playing. When that game is over, they no longer care about you. Just like you don't care about the people that you're not talking to anymore outside of the friends that you actually made there. You don't fucking know any of these people outside of the org. You gotta remember that. These are not your friends.
Yeah,
they very well could be. I'm open to people being friends afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm very open to it, but I'm not going to... I'm going to tell myself these are not friends.
Buddies. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. Because they're not. They got to prove it outside of the game. You got to stop fucking falling head over heels into somebody that gives you fucking attention. You stupid bastard.
It's so
all right,
stupid.
Well, congrats, though, for real on getting second place. Much better org. You're going to be on a bit of a break here, and you'll be back in the saddle in no time. I, ladies and gentlemen, just started mine a few days ago. So now Bert is in the spectator spot, and he says he is absolutely loving it at this point. It's the most involved as a spec he's ever been.
It's fun.
Now that he understands how orgs go.
I see all the ways
I got to
up.
Experience. Yeah.
Like,
so, but yeah, you are in the spec seat now, and I'm playing. As far as my org goes, nothing too crazy happening. We had a challenge already. We got first place, so we didn't go to tribal council. So we just been playing Jackbox and talking and stuff. I have a drag queen on my team, and I have somebody that is a transgender autistic person. So I know the first is going to be voted out, hopefully. So Other than that, that is enough org talk for today.
Yep.
So we will keep you posted on the next one because with my org, so we shall see. All right. So there's something that I would like to talk about.
Oh dear.
You know the show Tex-Mex Motors on Netflix?
Nope. Can't say
Okay.
I'm familiar.
Didn't think you would.
Wow.
So,
Fuck that mean, huh?
well, I'm going to tell you.
Fuck that mean, huh?
So,
What?
Tex-Mex Motors is a show that I frequent on Netflix.
Perf.
And it's a...
I know why you love your car shows. It's so weird. You hate cars and you watch the weird peripheral shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's funny
I don't
as
give
shit.
two fucks about cars until there's a TV show about them, I guess.
Yeah.
I personally think it's because... Okay, so this show is a show where they take old beater fucking cars that can't even run and they flip them for $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80,000 worth of profit, depending on the cars. So I think it's that process of taking a piece of shit, bringing it back to life, and then selling it for a big profit. I think that's what interests me more.
More the economics, I get it.
Yeah, more the business side of it. And the cars are fucking cool, too, but I'm like, that's cool. All right, next. So,
wow.
So I... there's a couple of shows on Netflix that I frequent.
Wow.
And this is the second one. I didn't really like this one too much, but it grew on me big time. So it's a show that is based in Texas, El Paso, Texas. There's a car shop there where they're based in Texas. They drive into Mexico, find old beater piece of shit vehicles that they can buy for dog cheap in Mexico. And then bring them back to America, fix them up in their shop, and sell it for a ginormous profit. So they'll go buy a car in Mexico that's worth $2,500.
Yep.
In Mexico, that's literally an as is condition is like $15,000 in America.
Jesus. Okay. Yep.
So again, there's a car that they find in Mexico that they paid $2,500 for that is worth $15,000 as is, with not a single thing done to it. If it was abandoned in a desert in America, it'd be worth $15,000, but because it's in Mexico, it's $2,500.
Fucking A.
So that's what the entire show is based off of, is them going to Mexico and finding these hunks of shit, bringing them back to America for dirt cheap and flipping them for a big profit.
Huh.
So there's a group of people, and they have people that are in the mechanic shop doing all the car shit, whether it be the body, whether it be the engine, the interior, things like that. And then there is the scouts/salesmen, where they don't really do anything in the garage, but they're the ones that bring in the vehicles and then sell the vehicles.
Okay.
So, like, your brother would be our mechanic, and then I would be the salesman kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, so, again, I do, too. So, you love the idea, but never fucking, watch the show. Anyways, the two scouts are probably my favorite people. Their names are Rabbit and Scooter.
For fuck's sake. Of course they are. There's no way they would be Bill and Dan.
Surprise is literally nobody. Not a single fucking person is surprised.
Fucking Cooter and Cletus.
Basically. Rabbit is the American that has almost like Guy Fieri tips kind of hair, like bright blonde hair, and he has like that Guy Fieri, the chef, his hair.
Oh, yeah.
And he has one of the lowest, raspiest voices I've ever heard in my life. Like, it sounds like it's coming, like, below his boobies. I think he's a bad smoker. He sounds like those people that have to talk through a straw.
Oh, through a straw is insane.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So, Scooter is the Mexican that knows Mexico like the back of his hand, has all the context in the world, and can find all these cars. Rabbit and Cooter and Cletus get in their truck and drive over to Mexico, find the hunks of shit. Rabbit knows cars really well. He can take a look at a hunk of shit and say, this is worth this much money. This is a great deal. Let's offer him this. Let's deal with that. Blah, 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 blah. And bring him back to America. Team fixes that one up while Cooter and Cletus go and look for the next one. Make sense?
Yeah.
So they have a very funny back and forth banter. Now, Rabbit, I started to grow a fancy to because I couldn't stand him at first, but then he grew on me and I got used to his voice. He's very old school, and he does all of the salesman tricks that you can think of.
Oh, fuck.
Like old school used car salesman kind of thing, where seems very sleazy, kind of like Saul Goodman before he turned into a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I really started to like him, and he had a lot of fucking quotes in there. Like, he was the one that said, you're focusing on the hole, not the donut here.
Okay, yeah.
And he said, well, we got a long car ride ahead of us here, as my father always said, to give us plenty of time to think of a lie to tell Mom.
Okay, that's crazy.
Like, he would say shit like that all the time.
That's fucking awesome.
And usually I can't stand that kind of people, but there was some down-to-earthness that I liked.
It's kind of the Uncle Scott-isms.
Kind of, yeah, but
Different,
Scott
but
doesn't come up with logic or something. He just more like, boy, I'd like to breed her. Like, he says shit like that. So
You're sitting there after no talking for 10 minutes, and you just let that rip. Jesus.
Yep. Boy, you can talk.
What the
So, so yeah, Rabbit would do some real cringe shit to where, like, he would be trying to sell a car to this guy, and the guy had a daughter that he was buying the car for. He's like, he goes up and wraps his arm around her shoulder. Now, picture your daughter driving down the ocean.
Oh, God. Okay.
Doing that kind of shit to try to sell a car for $5,000 more.
What the fuck?
Like, Rabbit, you know what you're doing is complete and utter fucking bullshit right now.
You dirty dog.
But doing it in an ethical way, you know what I mean? Like, all he's trying to do is upsell people.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's still true. I mean, really think of her. Wouldn't she look nice?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
See,
Well, I just finished season 2, the latest season that came out. And they, old Cooter and Cletus here, where they were approached by another guy named Weenie. No.
Okay.
They were approached by another Mexican guy that said, I want in on your business, and I can really hook you guys up with the prestigious brands, the Lamborghinis, the Porsches, Ferraris, things like that. He wanted to join their team. So then the show ends with Rabbit and Scooter driving down the road, and they called their team back home. Or back at the garage.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, this guy wants to join us and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, do we really need that? We're kind of doing okay by ourselves. We don't really need it, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, all right, let's talk about it as a team. And this is like the closing minutes of the season. Season 3's not out yet. I don't even know if it's done filming. So it was very much wrapping up the show, right?
Yeah.
So they hang up the phone. Rabbit and Cletus, what's his name? Rabbit and Scooter
yeah.
are talking to each other. And they're like, yeah, this could be, like, Scooter's the Mexican that talks really fast. He's like, yeah, this could be a really good thing for the business, man. Like, we could do this for another 5, 10, 20 years. And then Rabbit's like, 20 years?
What the fuck?
Scooter's like, yeah, you don't think you'll get sick of me in 20 years, do we? Yeah, and you just kind of laugh and stuff like that. Fades to black. End of the season.
What the fuck?
Unfade.
Damn.
To our friend Rabbit. May he forever rest in peace.
Fuck. Damn.
Rabbit returned to the arms of the Lord, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Oh, is that what that was?
Yep.
No way. Bro, no fucking way. What the fuck? I totally forgot that these stories were fucking linked. Oh,
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Literally 24 hours ago. It's still fresh on me, dude. Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow. So, yeah, Rabbit died.
God damn. I didn't understand what you were saying for a second there, and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember Burger's note, and this is real. Okay, this is not good.
Yep.
Oh boy. You just sent me a picture of some honky up on your TV. I'm like, I cried. What the fuck?
Yep, I really did. It's been probably many years since I've cried, honestly. Elvis movie, when was that released? That's the last time I cried, so.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm like,
tough.
Surely they don't mean our Rabbit, right?
Yeah. This is an alternate universe. Correct.
Maybe a different Rabbit. Maybe Cooter had a dog named Rabbit or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I Googled his name.
Cocksucker's gone.
He's dead.
Yep, he's in the ground.
Dead as fuck. He died in October of last year.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been watching this recently. You're saying this.
Yeah, the fucking season just came out in like October.
God damn.
Maybe December. Fuck, maybe January. I don't know. It came out recently.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Max show release date season 2. Let's see. November.
Damn, and I'm thinking about his line at the end of the show and then fade to black. That's fucking evil. Oh my god, that would get me.
That's why I said unfades from black.
Boy, that
Rest
is
in peace,
fucking...
Rabbit. Forever our friend.
That's tough. What the fuck?
Yeah, let me break this down for you.
Jesus.
I cannot express how out and right fucking field this was.
Yeah, that's fucking deep.
That came out of literally nowhere. They never, ever, the entire show, said an absolute single fucking thing about his health or anything like that.
That's insane.
They never said, boy, you're looking a little pale here, Rabbit, or boy, you don't look so hot today. You okay? Scooter and Rabbit were bantering back and forth just like they do. Fades to black, and it said he died.
That's fucking insane.
It came out of literally nowhere. It's like
so
right now,
crazy.
imagine the conversation just died, and then it's you crying saying, I died in a car accident. We couldn't finish the episode.
Burger
It
was
was
recording in his
so-
car and exploded.
Yeah, it was so out of left fucking field.
God damn.
So he died in October. This was released in November because people in the comment sections of the Instagram were saying things like, man, hope you guys give a tribute to Rabbit. He'll be missed and stuff like that.
You're like,
And I didn't read those comments until the show was over because I'm like, what the fuck is this? Did they tell anybody anything? Like, did they find out when I did? Stay tuned for scenes of our next episode. Rabbit's dead.
yeah,
Dude,
what the fuck?
It was so shocking. And yeah, sure enough, went to their Instagrams because I didn't look at any of their Instagrams or anything, and everybody's Instagram was talking about how they miss him and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, cool.
Damn.
Yeah,
Like,
he
say
had
psych.
stomach cancer.
Oh fuck. I was
Now,
gonna
I
say,
will
that shit
say
was probably
this.
in his throat. You said he sounded like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I will say I did notice, and for me to notice someone's health issues is pretty big because I don't pick up on that shit. I really
fuck.
don't. I did notice he was losing weight, and he looked
okay.
very scrawny at times. And it didn't look like a good lose weight kind of thing.
Ah, yeah.
It looked kind of gross.
Yeah, I know what
like,
you mean.
It looked bad. And I was like, fuck, man. I mean, maybe he's sick or something. Like, and that was all I thought of. Then there were times I'm like, boy, he really looks fucking skinny there. He was never a big boy like our uncle, but he was probably like my size.
Yeah, when you first mentioned it,
Pretty-
I figured he was kind of a heifer, but
No, he was probably more beefier boy like me, like more on the chubbier side. And then he got pretty scrawny kind
Right.
of thing. And the thing that ended up making me drop a tear was a news article I was reading said Rabbit posted this on his YouTube channel before he died. So I watched the video. It was 3 minutes long. It was literally a black screen with white words on it. That's all it was.
What the fuck?
With a guitar playing in the background.
Fuck off.
Yeah, the guitar in the background still giving me trauma. They showed some pictures here and there.
Oh, no.
But there's no talking or nothing. It was just typing. He was like, some of you might have noticed that I haven't been around for a minute.
Oh,
I'm here to tell you what's up. Before we started recording Season 2 of Tex-Mex, I noticed I was losing weight. At first, it didn't really bother me. I was kind of looking forward to it because I was getting in TV shape.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go to urgent care and I would have people treat my symptoms and things like that, and life continued. Finally, Jamie, who's one of the girls that works on cars in the show, my on-set mom, he called her, decided to take me to the emergency room, and it was something about his gallbladder or his something like that, thinking it was a gallbladder thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they found out it was stomach cancer, and they said something along the lines of, don't be sad for me or anything like that.
Oh,
He said something about, yeah, I know you're about to cry.
Yeah, for real.
The one that really did it is when he showed a picture of him and his wife, and he says, I'm just lucky I found a long-term, how did he say it? I'm lucky that I found a girl that was down for a long-term thing for a short-term guy.
Oh, my God. Yep. I'll do it.
That did it.
I'll do it.
That did it.
Yep, that'll do it.
And he said at the end, like, if I did anything to inspire you along the way, please share your stories with me. He's already gone, so I couldn't.
Man.
I think the thing that hit me the most with this is the fact that he was a good man. No.
There's going to be no season 3.
Yeah, seriously. I shouldn't pretend to cry here because people might think, well, what the fuck, is he actually doing it?
That's okay, I'll actually do it.
There is a mechanic on that show that has agreed to come on our podcast.
Fuck off.
Now, I reached out to him multiple times and he keeps looking at it and not saying anything else. So
That's funny.
that's just gonna go along by the wayside, kind of thing. And I don't know, I think it hit me a little harder because, first of all, this is reality TV. Rabbit is not a character, guys. The actual man. This is like a Survivor contestant dying. This is a real person that died. Not the character died. Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead didn't die here. This is a real person.
That would be so fucking funny if you're freaking out over a fictional character.
Yeah. Haven't done that since I was maybe 12. But,
holy shit. Spider-Man died.
No, but yeah, no. So, and if this guy ended up coming on the show, the mechanic, I was gonna see if we could possibly get Rabbit on the show as well. So, because I really liked him. So, I never asked him. I never talked about it, but there was still like that kind of connected disconnect thing there.
Yeah.
Where it was like he was a friend of the show, but he wasn't because he didn't come on yet. But it was just, again, motherfucker. The show was fine. I was eating my fucking popcorn, just watching it away, and he just fucking died. So I ended up reaching out to that mechanic again because I'm like, yo, like season 2 and everything. Hope to have you on. And he liked that message and didn't say anything. And then I reached out to him again. I'm like, holy fuck. I think I literally said holy period fucking period shit period to him.
Oh my God.
I was like, dude, I don't mean to message you about personal shit. I just don't know who else to fucking talk to about this. Wow. I sent him this long fucking thing, and the guy ended up saying, thank you, bud. That's all the mechanic guy said.
Damn.
So I don't know if there's any recovery. So yeah, man, that sucks. How about this weekend, by the way? Can you come on this weekend?
Yeah. Cool. What the fuck?
Yeah. Rest in peace, Rabbit. Damn.
Yeah, you sound
You're
like
kind of
real
annoying at
fertile.
first, but you grew on me.
You grew on me.
I'd like to think I have that effect on people, too.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about what happened if I died?
I know. No, but also I know Doug and Anthony did. He had a couple episodes where he faked Anthony's death. Guys, Anthony ran into a telephone pole at 90 miles an hour. He is not going to be on any more episodes. He has died. It's like with fucking background music and shit. It's like, what's happening here? Then he's on the next episodes. What's up, fuckers? It's like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about what I would do if you died.
Probably keep going. I'd hope you
find
would.
a new co-host.
Yeah.
I sure hope you wouldn't.
Yeah, fuck. Boy, me just talking to myself in the silence.
What are you
would
going
be
to do?
so
Just take
fun.
out burger and just have the sandwiches over your names?
Yeah. No, you'd be there. I'd do AI. AI would suck balls.
Hello, everybody. Hunt,
Yeah.
fuck, fag. This is Burger.
Hello. The bird AI would be much
Bert
better. It would
is
just be
gay.
a lol every 10 minutes. My dad roasted me on that the
Yep.
other day. He's like, yeah, oh cool, you're going to record your podcast with your cousin. You're just going to go downstairs and say, huh, yeah, for 10 yeah, for an hour. I'm like, wow, that's fucking insane.
Oh,
Buddy
that old
roasted
drunk
me.
can actually fucking think?
Yeah. Him and my grandpa were downstairs fixing something a couple years ago, and I was recording the podcast as they were like sucking shit out of the fucking septic or something.
Coach Wade just talking away.
Yeah. And they were just laughing at me. I'm like, cool. Because I'm like, yeah. For an hour. I'm like, right on, guys.
You should have
Thanks,
started
Dad.
meowing or something.
Yeah. I'm better now. Thank you very much, Father.
Yeah. I don't know. You didn't talk much with Todd. All right.
True. Well,
Rest
yes,
in
I
peace, though, Rabbit. Like I said, that really blew me out of the fucking water, man.
Yeah,
Boy,
that's tough.
that,
You got a couple tears
that's
for
gonna
me.
sting. Yeah, that's gonna sting a little bit, but I couldn't fucking believe that. I'm like, oh my god, like
That
I was
is
like,
actually-
wow.
That is insane.
Yep.
The drop, too, is fucking diabolical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I shouldn't have
God.
watched the video on his YouTube channel. That's what really did me in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. Cool. Well, just had to talk about that. Don't know how season 3 is gonna work out with that, so
Yeah, that's going to be tricky.
we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's end on a little bit higher note here with some burning questions from the Ellen DeGeneres show. So what she ends up doing, or did, because she no longer has a show, is she brings on celebrities and she would ask them burning questions. Bert and I take turns asking the questions to each other, and now we are going to answer the ones that I found because it was my turn. You're waiting for me to say you, right? And you're like,
Yeah, I was
"Fuck."
freaked out. I literally wrote notes for this week, too. I'm like, fuck, is it my turn?
Save them for next time. I will say I think this series is probably coming to an end soon as well because I have the Lady Gaga one in front of me, and so far she has asked, what's your favorite body part?
Fuck off.
Cats or dogs? And who was your first celebrity crush? So I'm skipping through those ones.
Perfect.
And any other repeats, I will skip through them too, but this is only a 4-minute long video, and we're already over 2 minutes into it. So this section might be coming to an end, but hopefully it comes to an end naturally, like the first actual naturally ended fucking thing besides you ruining it. So
Yeah, true. This
That
would be
would
the
be
first
nice.
thing where it's their fault, not mine. This will be a nice change of
exactly,
pace.
which doesn't happen much.
Ellen, stupid
okay.
bitch.
So one of the questions that Ellen asked Lady Gaga is favorite thing to do in Vegas when not performing.
Ooh.
So, 2 things. You've never been to Vegas.
Gambling.
And
hooking.
also, we don't perform in Vegas. So,
Correct. Someday.
I just wanted to take this as a second to actually talk about me going to Vegas because I went there.
Right on. I would love to go. I've been wishing to go. It's a
Yeah.
bucket list. I don't have many bucket lists, but that's one of them.
It's fun. It's enjoyable. I really like Vegas. I want to go back there again. When we went to Orlando, didn't really want to go back there again. But Vegas is definitely something that I could go back to because there were just so many things going on, and that's my kind of style of living is
City that
the
never
Vegas
sleeps.
nightlife and shit. Yeah, so that's New York. But yeah,
no,
well,
is it?
Yes, it is.
I was talking to somebody about Vegas earlier, and they said that was a city that never sleeps.
Well, they were wrong too.
Fucking
So yeah,
dumb
Vegas
bastards.
is a great city. I just had a lot of fun just checking out the shit that just looking at the city and doing shit in the city was just really cool. Checking all of it out. Really appreciated it. They got a Coke store there too that Daddy dropped a fucking band on. So, and then we got engaged like the town over. So yeah, holds a special place in our hearts. All right, next question. What are 3 things you must do every single day?
That is a lovely question. Sorry, I just took
Where'd
a
you
really
go?
fast pee.
Cool.
I didn't wash my hands, but I just took a shower, so it's clean.
What are 3 things you must do every day? Bert's like, breathe, blink, sleep.
Yeah.
Next.
If I think
Breathe,
about
blink,
it,
and slink.
yeah. Making it rhyme is funny. I'm trying to think of what rhymes with yank. Drank, yank, and spank. Obviously. I think yanking and spanking is the
Spank,
same,
yank,
but hey,
and drank
maybe we
in
do
that
do it
order.
twice. Who knows? I don't know if there's anything I do 3 times a day that isn't like an obviously gay one. I don't have a lot of
No, it's not 3
rituals.
times a day. It's 3 things you must do every day.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. There's things I'd like to do every day. I'd like to get into yoga. What else?
Shut up. Gosh.
I tried that for a
Oh
little
my
bit,
gosh.
but I'd rather hit the snooze button one more time rather than stretch for 10 minutes. Thanks.
Gosh.
No, I don't know. There's nothing that really comes to mind. Maybe texting the homies. I don't know. I'm gay.
Cringe.
This was a repeat, so I did answer this already.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was going to say praying. That's what I said last time.
Well, I will say I do pray every single day.
Yep,
I will say I try to read at least 10 pages every day. I do read every day, whether it's not the 10 that I want. I do read every single day. I have about 100 and some pages left in that stupid fucking Institute book.
Damn.
And the third thing is wash the dishes. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the most exquisite fucking Scrub Daddy setup in my kitchen, and I am very, very proud of it.
It is
I
impressive.
have all the Scrub Daddy fucking essentials, and I make sure before I go to bed, I do those dishes every fucking time. So when the honey wakes up in the morning, she don't got to see a sink full of dishes. So Daddy puts on his YouTube videos or his podcast, and he just scrub a fucking dubs.
Yeah. Honestly, I maybe it's not a therapeutic. That's the first thing that came to mind. I do enjoy doing the dishes, though. Sometimes when I was back home for like 2 weeks, I would do the dishes whenever it was starting to get I mean, it just freaks me out. I don't like seeing fucking dishes in the sink. It just bothers me.
I'd be a good man for you.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. I'd rather just have them done myself than look at fucking dirty shit in the sink. Thanks.
What do you sleep in at night? I think we've already talked about
The fetal
that.
position.
No, what do you
Talk
sleep
about how many
in?
pillows. Sleep in.
Kid.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
You don't
Jams.
sleep naked.
I just sleep in undies now.
Just undies?
Just undies.
You have the boobies out?
Yep. I didn't before, but now I do because if I wear
I
clothes
thought
to
you
bed,
hated your boobies.
I have nightmares. I have like anxiety attacks in bed if I don't. It's bad. It's weird. I don't know why. I have like
get a
fucking
bigger
demons chasing
shirt
me in
then,
bed.
dude.
But I take my shirt off and they just see the titty and they just fucking they leave me alone. I don't know.
Think of Bert sleeping in his undies. Is
Just my
a
undies.
sight in my head.
Yeah, I do have to admit that my body has changed shape quite a lot in the last couple of years. Ever since Grandma hit the shitter, I don't know. I kind of want to
Joined Rabbit.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a breaking point, and I just kind of realized that. I mean, I didn't realize it now. I realized it in the moment. And I'm like, well, GG's. But
You think you eat bad because Grandma died?
no, I mean, that was kind of, if you trace everything back. I think there's other habits that kind of happen, but I like to blame it on
Correlation
that.
and causation there, Bert.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been a shitty eater my entire life. I think it's because you started a traveling job and you eat out 3 times a day.
Yeah, one of the guys isn't here now. Dude, I figured out I can buy a fucking rotisserie chicken at, local grocery
If you could
store
only
here.
watch one reality show for the rest of your life, which would it be? Survivor. Next. You said Ink Master. Cool.
I haven't seen that in a long time, though. I don't really give much of a
What's
fuck
the
about it anymore.
sexiest food? Oh, that's a good one.
What?
What's the sexiest food? Just say it.
Sushi.
No,
Machu
you
Picchu
fucking thought
sushi
about
on
it too
the-
long. No, literally, just say something. Don't think about it. Mine was
Lasagna.
pumpkin pie.
Lasagna.
Yep, pumpkin pie is where my mind went.
Sexy? That makes
Yeah.
sense, actually.
Who'd you share your first kiss with?
Myself. My dog.
My mom.
My little brother. We're just starting naming it.
My
saying shit.
uncle.
My kid. My grandpa.
Your kid. Like you had a kid but didn't share a kiss with their mother. That's
Yeah.
weird. Mine was with a gal that I friend requested on Facebook randomly
That's
because I
insane.
thought she was hot, and she ended up being my first girlfriend of all time. And I
Damn.
remember when we started kissing, I would just how do I say this?
All right.
I would just kiss her lips, like it was like on her lips. It wasn't like the actual kissing thing, like where people make out or something. I was just like on her
That's
fucking
wild.
lips, like a chicken. Yeah.
That is wild.
She's like, here, let's try this.
Okay.
And I was
really
like,
just
Lord
fucking-
have mercy. I
and your
remember
eyes just
after
open
we
like
were
a
done.
cartoon.
Yeah, we made out for 10 seconds, and then I just stared off into the distance. I was like,
I like your way.
wow. Your way's more fun.
Yeah.
Literally, a kiss on the cheek was what I was doing to her, on her mouth. Just
Uh-huh.
just a peck, over and over again.
It's crazy.
I literally look like a chicken, eating fucking seeds off the ground.
Uh-huh. That's wild.
But yeah, I was a young lad. I was 27.
Been there.
Well,
Been there.
can you impersonate a New York cab driver yelling at another driver?
I just know that I'm walking here. I'm driving here.
Hey, I'm driving here. I don't know.
Get the fuck out of my way. I don't know shit like that.
Move!
Move,
What
you
are you,
guinea pig.
stupid?
Yeah.
Oink!
Wait. Just talk like Joe Gatto. Okay.
All right, that's the end of it. I think that was the only unique question. Yeah, we're running out of time. Running out of topics, I think. So,
Shit.
if you guys have any other suggestions on how you would like us to end the show, stuff like that, let us know.
Of course. Anytime.
I do have an idea, but I want to see if you guys have any better ones. So, other than that, that is the end of episode 271 of this here Burton Burger podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for chilling and vibing with your cousins. I told you it was going to be a big one. Congrats again to my cousin for getting second place in Skibbity Org. Didn't end quite the way that he wanted, but away and above the
I'm happy.
best org he has ever played in.
Yep.
As well. Can't get too much better than actually winning the son of a bitch. So,
Yeah.
although it was 100% your fault,
Uh-huh.
still be proud of yourself for that. You definitely deserve the GOAT stat. So, anyways, but yeah. Take a break. You'll be back in the saddle in no time. One of
Yep.
us is going to get a dub here soon. So.
Yep.
it's going to happen. But until then, guys, remember that we're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world, and at the end, it's still just comedy. Please calm down. Chill with it. We'll see you in the next one. Gooby! There was no Clyde. It was Bonnie and every guy she wanted to suck off at that point.
Yeah, Bonnie and Billy and Bryce. And
yeah, there was Bonnie and Billy and Bonnie and Jimmy and everything like that.
Yeah.